What's going on, everybody? D here from perfecthumanx.com, and today I'm going to talk about why would you want to build muscle. Now, muscle building can be a very consuming, time consuming and energy consuming process. So a lot of people would ask the question, why would I want to build muscle in the first place? And that's a very good question, especially if somebody is busy and they don't really understand how much time and how much energy it's going to take to build, let's say, for example, a specific amount of muscle, and what it's going to take even to keep that muscle on your frame once you build it. And I guess it's kind of like anything in life, where you have to go back to the mathematics and you have to calculate how much time and how much energy will this thing consume, and then sort of like estimate the reward that you're going to get from that thing or from that outcome that you are trying to achieve, given the resources invested in that specific process. And for muscle building, it is no different. I believe that build a muscle and getting into bodybuilding personally has transformed my life in so many different ways that basically improved my life significantly. And I'm going to mention a few reasons why that is the case. Number one, it's a great way to improve self-confidence. There is a specific process whereby when somebody builds muscle, it can significantly improve how you look at yourself and the level of self-confidence that you have when you build muscle and lose fat. And it doesn't matter, you can have a lot of money, you can be very rich, very rich person, but still, if you're skinny and you're not happy with your look, and this can be a very contested topic, because if you're happy with your look, it's cool, okay, then you can do you. But if you're not happy and you feel like, I would like to be, I would feel better if I have more muscle, then this is a different issue. Somebody who's fat or who's overweight and obese, and they would like to lose fat and they would feel better if they lose all this fat, then it's probably the best outcome for them to lose fat. So it's a really amazing way to improve self confidence. And it's not just the vanity of looking at the muscles or seeing that the muscles, your muscles are getting bigger and you have these pronounced big shoulders, or even giving you a more masculine look, but it's the act of building something itself. Once you're able to build something, and in that case that's going to be your own body, then you definitely have this feeling of confidence that you were able, or you were successful in hitting a target, and that you were able to build something great. And that process in itself, not just the outcome, but the process of going through the pain of lifting the weights and what that teaches you about life, this process in itself, not just the outcome, which is having the muscles, but the process of going through the pains and the struggles of trying to add this mass and eating the calories and sticking to all your metrics and sticking to all your routines when it comes to what you need to do to gain that muscle, is what changes you as a person. It makes you confident in your ability to take or to accept other challenges and accomplish other things in your life, whether financially, whether business-wise, whether anything else. So the process of building muscles itself, the process of bodybuilding, can teach you a lot about life, not just the fact that it's just for vanity or for show and you have a bunch of muscles and you show them and that's it, but the process itself teaches you a lot about building things, whether you're going to take that knowledge and use it in building a business, building a better person, a better version of you mentally, whether it's building your finance, your portfolio and investment, whatever. You can take that knowledge and apply it to anything. Two, for a lot of people, whether they are stuck in their business, whether they're stuck in their life, sometimes relationships. It can be an amazing way to get out of a rut, and to get out of a hole that sometimes life digs you in. And I mean that in every aspect. Even if somebody's stuck with their business, and they don't know what to do when it comes to their business, sometimes just diverting from that and focusing on their body for a while, building on their body, can actually provide them with a lot of answers when it comes to building a business. Because it's almost like bodybuilding in that case becomes almost becomes like a Zen master, that shows you the way, a Zen, a moment of enlightenment, and this moment of enlightenment, it can be a situation, it can be a sport, it can be a journey, it can be building muscle. It can give you that moment where you're like, okay, you get the message, you're like, okay, well, this is what I need to do with my business, right? A lot of people, whether they're like starting a company and things are getting hard, sometimes they're like, they take up bodybuilding and they come train for a while, and then they get into a specific hypertrophy program to build muscle, for example, and they see the variation of stages of the different periods and of intensities of training and how the program is designed, and they pick something out of it, and that hits them as something that translates to what they need to do in their business. For example, they take something like volume training, right, in bodybuilding, high volume, and then with the high volume, sometimes you move a little bit down in the volume, but you increase the intensity. So they take the volume part and they're like, okay, well, wow, when I did a lot of volume to increase the size of my biceps responded to that, and I actually increased my muscle mass. And they take that concept of volume and you're like, okay, well, there is an aspect of my business where I need to increase the volume like 10x. And that really is what they get out of this process of bodybuilding, and they take that to their business, and that's the answer that they need. And they're like, that's it. And that's really, and they go apply that, and that's like, that literally solves their problem, right? So bodybuilding can be a great teacher. It can be a great master. To teach you so many different things, because it's really like almost like a smaller version of life. You in the gym go through all the struggles, all the pains to be able to build something, and you get subjected to a lot, and there's so many different aspects and levels that you have to adhere to be able to build that body, from nutrition to training to recovery to supplementation, to even higher and more advanced levels. Like in my 5 layers of bodybuilding, and I talk about this a lot, it's all these layers. Sometimes it's the layers is what you want to get, is the message that you get. You need to layer up your business to be able to move it into a different, to scale it in a different way. So it can be a great way and a great teacher to teach you how to get out of a rut in life, whether it's a business relationship, something that's even not related to bodybuilding itself. And that's the beauty of it, is that it can positively affect and positively influence other aspects of your life, not just your physique and not just your body, right? 3, it can be a great way also to learn how to build something, just building something, right? In that case, you're building biology, right? You're building a body. You're not necessarily building a car. You're not necessarily building a computer application, but all the principles of bodybuilding, and that's the beauty of bodybuilding, is that all the principles of bodybuilding can be transferred to all these different aspects. So you're a computer programmer, you're a computer scientist, you're trying to build an app. So many of these principles of bodybuilding can be taken and transferred literally into your business or your application that you're trying to build, or you're an engineer who is trying to build a car, and all these things you can take them and then translate them into building your business or building the car that you're trying to build, because it has all these different types of processes, and it has all these different types of situations in bodybuilding, and it teaches you all about these different things. So that's how deep and that's how profound the process of building muscle can affect and can influence your life. And it's not just about the vanity of like, oh yeah, I want to have a big biceps, that may not in the minds of a lot of people have functional use, but it's beyond that. It is the process itself and how it can translate and have a profound effect on your life in so many different aspects. So it's not just about the vanity of having a specific body. Oh, let me look at my abs, because that's how a lot of people think about it. And some people now, they say, well, that's not needed nowadays. I don't need to look like that. I don't need to have big shoulders. I don't need to have all this stuff. What I need to is to be a good computer programmer, a good engineer. That's how you gain real power and you solve real problems nowadays. And I don't need to be doing all this, all these deadlifts and all these different things. But the reality of it is that it's a transformative process. It's not about the act of having the muscle itself. It's about the process that transforms you into a different human being that is capable and that has a better, more profound understanding of doing all these other things. And bodybuilding is very profound in that way because it can be very intense. It can be very intense, multi-layered process that really tests your limits and gives you a lot of insight about yourself. In the same way that some people do meditation to reach some other aspects of concentration or focus, or some other aspects of even some other aspects of mental faculties that they're trying to gain. So this is how bodybuilding can really influence and affect your life. And someone who could ask, well, are you doing it to get attraction or get attention from women? I mean, it could be used and utilized for that, to that effect, which is a lot of people can use it for. But like I said, it's the process. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're not doing it to get attraction or attention from anybody. You're doing it for yourself, and you're doing it to go through the process. It's not just the outcome. It is the process, the transformative process that you have to go through to be able to gain these results and to be able to gain those insights about yourself, about how to deal with pain, with struggle, how to stick to a routine. A lot of people, they come into a program in bodybuilding, a 3, 4, 5, 6 months muscle building body recomp program, and that changes their whole life because they're able to take those principles and they're able to apply them to so many other aspects of their life, and they're able to transform their life, their business, their relationship in so many different ways that they wouldn't have been able to had they not gone through this transformative process of bodybuilding or got a program in bodybuilding. So make sure to understand profoundly how this process of building muscle can really affect your body in so many different ways. So with that being said, check out perfecthumanx.com. Tons of amazing information, the most accurate information in bodybuilding on how to build muscle, burn fat in the most time and energy efficient manner, which is basically what we're all about here, which is absolute and maximum efficiency. Right? You don't want to be training for 10 hours when you can gain the same results from training in an hour or 30 minutes, right? Because it's all about efficiency. If you can build the same amount of muscle and reach the same result with minimizing the time and energy consumed, that's always the better outcome, and that's basically is what we preach here. So check out also a lot of the programs that we have for building muscles, and the programs that are specified to building specific muscles like your arms, your shoulders, your biceps, any area where you may be deficient in, whether you're on a program now or you are trying to get in a program newly and stick to that. So that being said, check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.